Something invisible moved in your house, and your angel stopped him just in time. Have you ever felt chills for no reason? Exact wake-ups at the same time? Presences that you can't explain but you can feel? One frequency was activated. Your vibration changed. Dolores Cannon spoke of guardian souls who intercept evil before it manifests, and you've just entered that timeline. But what your angel saw, he was not human. And if you don't listen to this message until the end, you won't know who they were protecting you from. Have you been waking up at exactly the same time every night, with your heart racing, a whisper in the air, or a strange pressure in your chest? Have you walked into a room only to feel a sudden chill or noticed objects slightly moved, even though no one had entered? These are not random occurrences. And no, you're not imagining it. Before we go deeper, if this message is already awakening something inside you, a memory, a knowing, a vibration, take a moment to honor that. Subscribe now to stay connected to this sacred guidance, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or your truth. When you speak, the universe listens, and so do we. Taurus, something ancient and watchful has taken notice of your presence, and an angel, your angel, intervened before something far darker could reach you. Let me be clear. This message didn't find you by coincidence. This is a spiritual interception, a divine reroute. You were meant to read this now, in this exact version of yourself, strong but weary, intuitive but doubting, calm on the outside but spiritually disturbed inside. This all began the night you felt off, the night you heard that sound but brushed it off. The moment you looked at someone and felt your stomach tighten, but told yourself to be polite. Taurus, the betrayal wasn't just emotional. It was energetic. It was orchestrated through low vibrations disguised as kindness, through the envy that wears the mask of closeness. And the attack? It wasn't meant for your body. It was aimed at your field, your light, your future. But here's the part that no one told you. It was blocked. Yes, your angel stopped it. At 3:03 a.m. on a night not long ago, your guide took spiritual authority and closed a door that someone tried to open without permission. That presence, the one that kept lingering in your dreams or causing your electronics to flicker, wasn't just wandering. It was sent by someone who whispered your name with resentment, even as they smiled to your face. Why you? Because your light is rising, Taurus. Your energy is becoming unignorable, and not everyone around you is ready to watch you evolve. But the betrayal they planned won't land. The consequence they whispered won't touch you, because divinity stepped in. You may not realize this yet, but in the last few days, you've had signs, forgotten names appearing in your thoughts, repeated numbers, sudden changes in appetite or sleep, and an overwhelming urge to cleanse your space or change your surroundings. All of that was your body aligning with what your angel already neutralized. This wasn't a spell. It wasn't an accident. It was an energetic ambush, subtle, silent, and rooted in envy, and it almost reached you. But midnight came, and your angel stood between you and the unseen, and the darkness was denied access. You are safe now, Taurus, but you're also being called to awaken, called to shield your space with sacred awareness, called to realize that not every friend is a friend. Some are cords of past life karma still seeking to drain. Your senses are sharpening. That discomfort you feel around certain people is no longer just suspicion. It's a gift. You're being shown who carries light and who merely reflects it. And now, beloved Taurus, it's time to claim that protection consciously, to speak with the same authority your angel used, to declare, write this sacred decree in the comments below to anchor your protection in the physical realm. My light is divinely shielded. No energy sent against me shall pass. Feel it, speak it, own it. Because when your voice echoes the truth of your soul, the entire universe listens and responds. Taurus, Do you ever feel like someone is watching you, not with eyes, but with energy? Like there's a weight in the air when you enter certain spaces, a tension in your chest when you're around certain people, even if nothing bad is said? That's not paranoia, it's recognition, because some energies are not new, they're ancient. They've known you before this life, and now they're trying to loop you into patterns you were born to end. Yes, Taurus, this betrayal, wasn't born yesterday. It has roots, deep roots, ancestral ones. Your family lineage, both maternal and paternal, holds stories untold, pains unspoken, and debts unpaid. But the key detail is this: you are the one chosen to break what they could not out of punishment, but because your soul is strong enough, wise enough, grounded enough to carry the weight and transform it. Let me explain what your angel showed me. There's a karmic thread tied to your blood, a betrayal that occurred generations ago, a bond that was broken by greed, control, or jealousy. That wound echoed through time, manifesting again and again in your family line as friends who turned into foes, partners who drained instead of loved, sudden losses after moments of joy, or illnesses with no explanation. This energy kept repeating, searching for resolution. But now it found you, not to trap you, but to end with you. The attempted betrayal in your current life is only the final echo of a much older vibration. And your angel, the one who stood at 3:03 a.m., wasn't just protecting your physical body. They were severing the last thread of a karmic wound. But you have a role too. The spiritual wound must also be acknowledged, not just protected from. This is why you've been feeling emotionally raw, why people from the past have suddenly reappeared, why you're dreaming of places or people you've never met in this lifetime. You're accessing the karmic memory of your soul. And yes, that includes the person who recently smiled at you, but felt like ice. That person is part of this pattern, not necessarily evil, but entangled, used by the energy that wishes to stay alive by feeding on your light. You don't need revenge. You need recognition. You need ritual. You need sacred boundaries. Begin with your space. Light a white candle, not to chase away shadows, but to claim your presence. Whisper your own name as a declaration. Use salt, use oils, use prayer. But most of all, use your intention. Because when Taurus reclaims their energetic territory, even the darkness has no choice but to retreat. You were never weak. You were under psychic warfare. But now, you're awake. And when a Taurus awakens, the earth itself shifts. You are becoming the closure your bloodline prayed for. You are becoming the gate that nothing unclean can pass. And your angel is not only watching, they are rejoicing, because you are finally remembering who you are. Taurus, are you ready to know who has been standing at the center of this betrayal? Let me begin with this truth. Not every enemy screams, and not every danger wears darkness. Some of the most harmful presences come wrapped in familiarity. They come as helpers, as allies, as family. You've likely already felt it, that strange energy in the room when they speak. The way you suddenly feel tired after interacting with them. The way they seem to know just when to appear and how to subtly plant confusion. This person is close, closer than you think. They may not even know they're being used as a vessel, but what they carry is heavy, and what they emit is not clean. Your angel showed me clearly. They have spoken your name recently in a space charged with resentment. They didn't shout it. They whispered it. They asked questions about you they had no business asking. They replayed your past mistakes like old records. They smiled while praying for your fall, and that, Taurus, is why your peace has felt disturbed. If what you've heard so far is resonating in your spirit, if it feels like this message is more than words, like it's for you, pause for a breath. Subscribe so you never miss when Spirit has something to reveal, and leave a comment to anchor your energy here. This isn't just a message. It's your mirror. This is a hidden traitor, someone who once had full access to your inner world, and instead of honoring that, they fed it to energies of envy, competition, and psychic sabotage. Let me be more direct. This person may appear in your recent calls or texts. They may be the one who always checks in, but leaves you feeling more confused than before. Their advice always sounds helpful, but something in your gut tightens when you hear it. Listen to that. Your body is your greatest antenna. And now, more than ever, your nervous system is speaking louder than your logic. This person has aligned themselves, knowingly or not, with an energy that is not in service of your light. And if you continue to grant them spiritual access through conversation, nostalgia, or guilt, the effects will linger. But here is the divine gift. Your angel already disrupted their most recent attempt. That dream you had, where someone tried to enter your home, that wasn't just a dream. That was your spirit pushing them out. And here's what you need to understand. You are not being punished. You are being purified. The mask had to fall. The hidden intentions had to be revealed, because you are about to elevate, and elevation cannot occur where there is energetic sabotage. Do not confront them with rage. Don't try to prove anything. Silence is a weapon. Boundaries are sacred technology. From this moment forward, Taurus, your task is simple. Cut the cords, close the portals, protect your name, speak aloud. Anyone speaking of me without light, I now remove them from my field. Let it be said, let it echo, let your angel seal it, because you were not meant to be drained, you were meant to rise, and those who once had power over your peace, they are now losing access, because your vibration has outgrown their reach. Taurus, have you ever noticed how life becomes strangely quiet right before something shifts? The silence that arrives before the storm, the strange peace before a long-awaited release, the moments when nothing happens, and yet everything feels like it's about to. That's where you are now, but don't mistake this stillness for absence. In fact, the silence you're in is sacred. It's the sound of divine justice unfolding behind the veil. The energy that was sent against you, it is now returning to sender, not by your hand, not by vengeance, but by universal order. Because the law of vibration never fails, and your angel, who intercepted the attack, also set a spiritual mirror in place, one that reflects energy back to its source, not out of spite, but out of balance. What they sent, disguised as concern, as false kindness, as passive aggression, now returns to teach them what it feels like to be you. But hear me clearly. Your role is not to watch them fall. It's to rise without guilt, because when Taurus elevates, the earth beneath them transforms. When you choose to heal instead of hurt, your ancestors rise behind you in celebration. And now they are present. I see them, a feminine energy, an ancestor with hands worn from work, heart heavy with unspoken sorrow, stands at your side. She is the one who cried in silence, who endured betrayal in her own time, and prayed that someone in her bloodline would finally break the chain. You are her answer. Her prayers are the wings your angel wears. Her suffering is the soil where your strength has grown. And now she walks with you. Taurus, you are about to witness something rare. The sacred return of your energy. You may start to feel it in subtle ways. Old friends reaching out to make amends. Unexpected support from people you never imagined. Money that was held up finally arriving. Dreams where you are victorious, not hunted. This is the balancing. This is your return to wholeness. But this also means something deeper. Your mission is activating. The betrayal wasn't random. It was a spiritual test. One that confirmed you are ready to lead, teach, and hold space for others, not from perfection, but from clarity. You now know how to discern energy. You now know how to protect what is sacred, and what was once stolen from your peace is now fueling your purpose. Take this moment to speak the following. I reclaim my power. I release all who cannot rise with me. Say it not in anger, but with certainty. Because the next chapter of your life, Taurus, will require a lighter heart, and only those who match your vibration can walk through that doorway with you. Taurus, do you feel the air shifting around you? It's subtle, like the first breeze before dawn. But if you tune into your body, you'll notice your field is different now. It's not just the protection of your angel, it's the activation of your soul's higher frequency. You've passed a test that few recognize while they're living it. You didn't just avoid betrayal, you transcended a generational wound, and now something beautiful must follow. Let me tell you what I see. In the coming 7 days, the universe will begin sending signs, but not just any signs, invitations. And these will not come through logic. They will arrive through synchronicity. A stranger's words that echo something you've been silently praying for. A dream with colors or faces you don't recognize, but feel anciently familiar. An urge to move, write, speak, create, not from duty, but from an inner pulse. These are not ideas, they are codes. Your soul is remembering its larger purpose now that the interference has been removed. But there's more. You are being aligned with someone or something that has waited for this moment. It could be a new connection, a divine partner, a spiritual mentor, or a mission that aligns with your most authentic self. Taurus, your future was delayed, not denied, delayed, because something in your field needed to be purged. And now that it has been, the gate opens. You may feel a sudden desire to leave places you've outgrown, an inability to tolerate small talk or empty connections, a hunger for authenticity, peace, nature, and truth. All of these are signs that your soul is integrating the new frequency. And here's the most important truth of all. Your intuition is no longer a whisper. It is your language. The more you trust it, the more precise it becomes. The more you obey it, the more powerful you feel. This is not spiritual fantasy. This is your inheritance. You are stepping into your seer self, Taurus, the part of you that always knew but was trained to doubt. Now the doubt has burned off. Now your yes means yes, your no means no, and your peace, it's non-negotiable. Your angel stands behind you now, taller, brighter, because you've chosen to listen. And as you walk into this new season of aligned love, elevated work, sacred relationships, and a home filled with light, know this: you are not who you were at the start of this reading. You are reborn in your own truth. I walk protected, aligned, and awake. What is mine now arrives with ease. Write it. Whisper it, feel it in your bones, because Taurus, your season of divine restoration has begun. The angel who interrupted evil at midnight, they're still with you, but now, so are you. If this journey has stirred your soul, Taurus, don't walk away in silence. Subscribe to continue receiving divine insight tailored to your vibration, and share your decree in the comments. You've crossed a portal, and we want to walk this new path with you. Let your presence be felt.